This is really interesting. There's a candidate by the name of Honest Gil Fulbright. Honest Gil Fulbright. And he's running for president in the Republican ticket, on the Republican ticket, and he's been put up by a group called Represent.us, Josh Silver's group, and it's hysterical. This guy gave a speech to the Republican Liberty Caucus this weekend, and afterwards they did a straw poll, and he beat JEB Bush, George Pataki, Lindsey Graham, Jim Gilmore, and Mark Everson. He beat all of them. Right? He's a Pat Paulson kind of candidate. He's a candidate whose candidacy is intended to be funny, but apparently the Republicans took him seriously. Here's a little clip from Honest Gil Fulbright speaking at the Republican Liberty Caucus to a room full of about 900 serious Republicans in New Hampshire, including Michael Steele, former chair of the RNC. And this is the guy, after this speech, who beat Jeb Bush in the poll that was done of the people who heard the speech. Just check this out. Listen to what he has to say.
I have traveled all over this great country of ours and pretended to listen to people. I listen to them as they talk about our broken political system. Oh, the liberals, they like to complain about evil corporations buying politicians, putting profits ahead of what is best for our country. Conservatives are upset about high taxes and wasteful spending and a government that's out of touch with the people. But the truth is, our government is working. And I know regular people say, hey, it's not working for me. Well, to the special interests who bankroll my campaign, it's working up a treat, my friends.
To the special interests who bankroll my campaign, it's working up a treat, my friend. I mean, he just comes right out and says it. I'm for sale. I'm a Republican. It's like, give me money and I'll take your position. And this guy is winning in the New Hampshire straw poll. He's beating Jeb Bush. Now, how is that possible? I think Paul Krugman nailed it in his op-ed from yesterday, the 12th, over in the New York Times. It's titled "The Crazies and the Con Men." And he points out that the reason why the Republicans are all talking about Paul Ryan as Speaker of the House is because Paul Ryan has this wonderful reputation. He ran for vice president. He must be a smart guy. He keeps coming up with these budgets and things. He must be the brains of the Republican Party. But the fact of the matter is that Paul Ryan is a con man. Every single one of his budgets that balance based on things like an asterisk, and then down at the bottom it says, we'll figure out a way to come up with the $4 trillion for this one. Or, increased growth will produce more revenue. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I mean, it's exactly the same sales pitch Ronald Reagan used when he tripled the national debt in the name of reducing the national debt by cutting taxes on rich people from 74% down to 25%. I mean, Paul Ryan is a con man. The Republican Party, they love con men. I mean, you've got, I mean, this is truly insane. You got Ben Carson out there saying that the Jews in Europe were responsible for the Holocaust. I'm not making this up. He said, if they had fought back, right, you fight back against the Wehrmacht. Right, the Wehrmacht that took out, France, Norway, Belgium, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia. Did they take Hungary? No, Hungary went with the Axis. What are some of the other? Oh, Denmark, Finland. I don't know what else. What other? There's got to be a whole bunch of them that the Nazis took, and then the Wehrmacht that killed millions of Russian soldiers and hundreds of thousands of American soldiers. Oh, if those Jews in the ghetto in Warsaw had just had an extra few guns, everything would have been fine. Right. The entire army of France, one of the largest in the world, couldn't stand up to the Wehrmacht. But according to Ben Carson, Jews in the Polish ghetto should have been able to, and they didn't, and it's their fault. The Republican Party is full of con men. I mean, it's just how anybody would not only take that as a serious position, A, but B, not want to vomit when Ben Carson says something like that. Yes, the Jews are responsible for 5 million deaths. Come on. That is an insult to the memory of the people who died in the Holocaust, including Bernie Sanders' grandparents.